So today we're just going to go through the things that you need to do after you first arrive in Japan before you start teaching with us. So number one, within the first 14 days of arriving in Japan, you will need to register your address on your residence card that you'll be given at the airport, and also registering for the national health insurance, and also getting something called your My Number, which is like the Japanese version of the social security number. Okay. And number two, you will need to get a phone number in Japan. And number three, you'll need to get a bank account in your name in Japan as well. This really depends on how long before starting with Gaba you're actually going to be coming to Japan. So if it's a little bit before, then it is okay. But as we mentioned before, you do need to have that address, permanent address registered on your residence card within the first 14 days. So if you are coming a bit closer, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks before your starting date, contract signing date with Gaba, I definitely recommend getting the fixed accommodation beforehand. Okay, so one good thing about Gaba is that you can choose a location and type of accommodation that you want to stay in. So yeah, for more information on that, please check that accommodation section on our website, or ask your recruiter for some advice as well.
The section on our website is actually really useful because it will list some of the partner companies we have, and as a Gaba instructor, if you choose to go through one of our partner companies, I think some of them, they do give you a discount, which can definitely help out with initial setup costs, and yeah, the variety of accommodation in size and also location is pretty great. So yeah, I don't think you need to kind of spend a lot of money staying in a hotel when you can already sort of move into a more permanent accommodation and book it from abroad. You can register your address on your residency card at your local city or ward office. It's actually pretty straightforward. All you have to do is fill out a form, and there are actually sample forms available at your local city or ward office. And if you're lucky, there may even be a member of staff that speaks some English, but even if they don't, they will definitely go out of their way to help you. And also at your local city or ward office, you can enroll into national health insurance at the same time. So you can basically kill two birds with one stone over there.
Sure. Another thing that you're going to need at the same time is something called your My Number. You will actually be requesting something called a certificate of residence. Okay, it's called a Juminkyo. Please make sure that you are requesting the document with the My Number on it specifically. You are going to need a phone number in Japan, simply because you're going to need a bank account in Japan before you can come and teach with us, and you need a phone number to open a bank account, right? So yeah, not to mention it's one of the quickest and best forms of communication between you and the learning studio, of course. But yeah, there can be some complications when getting a mobile phone contract in Japan. Most contracts tend to be 2 years long in Japan, so if your visa is shorter than that period, then you may be refused the 2-year contract, right? But I understand there are other alternatives available?
Definitely, so you can either get a prepaid phone, that's a popular option, even for people who just want to do it temporarily.
And some of the biggest electronic stores, retail stores available now have SIM cards, right? Data SIM cards that are pretty cheap each month actually, right? So if you have a SIM-free phone, unlocked phone, then just getting the data SIM plan that you pay monthly would be another option.
So you do need a Japanese bank account in your name in order to be paid by us. So yeah, please do open one before your in-processing appointment, and you can actually do it at a variety of different banks, but there definitely have been some issues with obtaining a bank account. So I think some banks, they are reluctant to open one if you've been in Japan for under 6 months, and also again they worry about your level of Japanese if it's low, because I think they worry about sort of being able to communicate with you in case of emergencies.
Yeah, but we do have banks that we've had success with, our instructors have had success with. So please do check the banking section on our website for the ones that we recommend, or during the interviews, after the interviews, please do speak to your recruiter about this and ask for their recommendations, because we will have the most up-to-date information. Just to summarize the main points from today, please do all of those things in the order that we just mentioned them in, because you cannot open a bank account without the phone number, and you cannot get the phone number without the address registered on your residence card.
If you have any further questions about any of the points we've been talking about today, do please get in touch with your recruiter, as we will be able to assist you with any further questions.